Do. Jenny and the rest. Do. Hi, people.
Hi, guys.
Thank you for coming back to another episode, another week, another day, another hour, another podcast, a little bit of another. All right. Thank you so much for coming back. You guys are always appreciated. Stay blessed. Stay humble.
David, are you going to say hi?
Bro, you got me nervous right now.
Why are you nervous?
The nerves in this one. Okay, but let's get right to it. All right, toxic people are toxic. Go.
We're not talking about toxic.
Oh, we're not talking. Oh, okay. I like shoes. So whatever sponsorships want to come at me, I like shoes. Size 12.
11.
We're not talking about shoes either.
We're not talking about shoes neither? What is it that we're going to do today? What are we going to talk about? Oh, sorry about the glasses. I know you guys wanted a one-on-one con los ojitos. Pero, my eyes are tired. And, yes, I do wear glasses.
We all do.
We're a family of blind people.
Truly.
All right? Because everybody in the family wears glasses. Hasta los perritos están usando lentes. No offense. Alright. Pero, we were actually over here just wondering, and we started talking about how would it be, you know, different points of view in life and stuff like that at different ages. Especially with us being such a different age gap that we have. I'm in my 30s. He's in his 45s. No. And Purina just turned 21.
24, exactly.
Oh, I thought you were drinking nearly.
24, he's 32, and he's 29.
7.
So, that's our ages. And compared to other siblings, we are really close at the end of the day.
Not saying that other siblings aren't close, because you guys are, every family is close in their own little way.
Yeah, but there's people who have always they're like, we love to see how you guys are together. Always you guys are what's that word? You guys can, the age really doesn't matter in this situation.
Nah, and we all have our own opinions and points of views on things in life and all that stuff.
And we all went through, even though we're siblings, we all went through a different childhood.
Oh, for sure. Porque está the baby, el más querido, y the test run.
The test run, the dramatic one, the one
What do you mean the dramatic one?
You know.
That's offensive.
I'm sorry, bro. I should have just.
What's your 2 cents into this?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure, I can't be the favorite one.
You are the favorite one.
I'm not.
Okay, so we're gonna be talking about different events that we went through, and at different ages and stuff, and then we're just comparing stuff for you guys to also learn a little bit more about us and why we are the way we are.
Yeah. First of all, they were born here.
Yes, we were.
I'm the only one that was born in Ecuador.
Yeah, we're
hecho en Ecuador y nacido en Ecuador.
And you were hecho en Ecuador y nacido en los Estados Unidos.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, my mom's gonna watch this like that. She's not gonna like that part.
Hey,
but it is what it is. You know, sometimes you get the good, sometimes you get the bad. You get the good with the bad and the bad with the good. Alright? And it is what it is. Because it wasn't.
Yeah, so Daniel was born in Ecuador. Tell us more about
a
him.
lovely city called Manta. Alright, off the coast. Right? Where people flourish.
Give me a second.
Where people are amazing.
My banana nut bread.
Oh, this is so staying in the podcast. I'm telling you right now.
Bro, she's not picking up.
Oh, it's burning now.
You might have to call your dad.
Yeah, Milton went inside.
Dang.
That's what the firefighter was going for.
Oh, La Ambulancia was going to her house because of the fire or the burning bread.
Yo, they passed it.
Mommy. Bro,
They
the
took a wrong
voicemail,
turn.
bro.
But yeah, and we're just cruising today. We actually haven't done too much today because there was a good event last night. I don't know if you guys have watched. No spoiler alert.
Canelo won.
I literally said no spoiler alert.
Bro. I'm so
bad.
picking up.
They're gonna see it. They better know what you're talking about.
Guys, I just put a... Mami, págame el horno y sácame el pan.
Por favor.
Que se me está quemando, porfa, rápido, porfa.
Okay.
Love you, bye.
Boss over here.
Bro, guys, back to my banana bread. I just put some in the stove oven. And
Oh look, that's a little ass bike. Oh, that's some
we
country
left and I
people.
forgot there's no timer on it. I literally just...
Oh, did you guys see it like right there? A little bike.
I literally just estimated teaspoons and tablespoons. And yeah.
Pause. I used to live in Ecuador and stuff like that, and I was brought here when I was 5. Grew up in New Jersey. Then we moved down to the south to a small town called Cartersville, and been here ever since.
So we're just gonna talk about how like different ages, stages, school, dating, first jobs, and stuff like that. You know?
Okay. So we did talk about the different ages.
Yeah.
21, 27, and 30.
Deliante.
Oh, my childhood?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, basically I remember mostly in Ecuador. That was fun. But my childhood, basically I thought my grandmother was my mother for a long time.
So my mom couldn't afford bringing both of us to the United States, even though he was born here. He was brought back to Ecuador. And then my mom came with just me back to the United States because she couldn't afford having both of us over here.
And it also was a lot because at that time she was a single mom. Bro, Starbucks giving free coffee or something, bro.
Yeah, that's why we're waiting in the line.
Coffee time.
Pero yeah, she was a single mom. All right, trying to make it in Jersey and stuff like that.
Camera's crooked.
She was just trying to make it out there and stuff like that. So she couldn't afford having both of us out here. Not that she didn't want to, she just couldn't afford it. So she made a decision to just bring one of us, and whenever she could afford her own place, her own thing, her own spot, she was gonna be able to bring him back over here. In that period of time, she met my stepdad.
My father.
All right, which has been an amazing person. Has been a great dad and stuff like that for both me, for my brother and myself, and that's where she came along.
Yeah. So
And she popped out.
even before I popped out, apparently my baby shower was expensive.
Oh, they bring this up all the time. I'm not even gonna lie. Agarradito. No, que nosotros gastamos 5. No, wait. No amounts. 5,000
Yeah.
on this baby shower, right?
And I wasn't even there, so like there's no point into like spending so much for a baby shower actually, because like you're not even there. Secondly,
No. You know those little rocket things for the gender reveal? You should have popped one of those. Poof. A little beer, a little pizza, you know?
Yeah.
Call it a day. Everybody's happy. ¿Sí o no?
but I am
¿Sí o no, parce?
I grew up as a daddy's
know.
little girl. I'm still a daddy's little girl. I am the youngest, so I grew up with them too. So y'all could just imagine how like
Still the favorite.
it is. They call me the favorite. And I am the favorite of my dad. I don't know about my mom. She does have love for me. a lot of love.
Why you say it like that? My mom loves all her kids. Pero ayuno.
Nah.
Ayuno. And that's fine.
The
Porque
dramatic one saying that he never had that same love.
He's in, ¿cómo se dice? Denial. But it's fine.
The Nile is a river in Egypt.
This is one of the things. I think we all suffer from the same thing, that we can't stay on one topic at one time.
Oh, but back to it.
So
I don't remember much of my childhood. I was close to my cousins. I do know that like at one point we have always been a close family. Ooh, I'm white. But we always been a close family. So that said, we have lived with other family members.
Pause.
There's one aunt who she's really close to us, and we have always, like, not always, but most of the time when we were living with other people, it would be her and her children, and her children's are our beautiful cousins who are amazing also.
And hopefully you get to meet like most of the cousins and stuff like that on here. I am gonna say that everybody and anybody in our family and closest friends and stuff like that, you guys are more than welcome to be in. We can talk about anything and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it is our opinions and stuff and things like that. Pero we're trying to make this fun. We're not trying to get too into just one narrative or anything like this.
And then so we grew up with them. So I do not remember a time until like probably until like high school, late middle school, whenever it was just us at the house. But that said, that literally like shifted, I feel like, all of our childhood also. And it's because we had more people to care about at that point. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? It's making sense in my head.
It makes sense. It makes sense to us because we did have a bigger family inside our home.
Yeah.
And it's not saying that we didn't want it or that we don't appreciate it or anything like that. It's just that that's a part of the experience that we had.
Yeah, like that changes, and that's why like that changes how you grow up, and it also changes how your relationship with people, like with those people, and it's because you are closer to them, and it's not something you're like, oh yeah, you want to be. It's just you literally spent almost every day with them because they lived there, you know. So that's why you know, that's why I think at the end of the day our family's closed. Because when, like, if I hear stories back, like my mom saying, like, I feel like the aunts at one point all lived together, or if not, like, whenever anybody moved, they would always be, like, moving around, you know, together. At the end of the day, we're close siblings, and then we have a close family. But that said, I basically grew up in Georgia, but I will never claim it. Fun fact.
She's just Southern Belle.
No, I'm not.
There you are.
Southern Belle. Yeehaw.
You got, huh? You don't say you.
You.
Well, I do miss New Jersey though.
You say, you say y'all.
Itching to go to Jersey.
Yeah.
We might even do a podcast
in Jersey
on the trip to Jersey.
Truly. But that said, my childhood, it had its good moments, it had its bad moments, but it's nothing I would change, and it's because it made me who I am today.
Dang, you remember that one time that pretty much we went to the same school and I left you and I went back to the house and you started freaking out because I wasn't at the school waiting for you?
Yeah, I don't think that was me.
I'm pretty sure it was you.
We never went to the same school.
Yes, we did in New Jersey. Because I had to walk by myself through the baseball field so I can get to the house.
Yeah, we used to walk through the cemetery to get to the house in Jersey. Oh no, we did walk through the baseball field back in Canfield. Oh wow.
You
I don't remember worrying about you like that. I'm not even gonna lie. And I did care. I did
Oh.
care.
I felt the love, bro.
It's there, you know. It's truly there. What else? I did middle school, elementary, and high school here. My school years. Okay, so there's a difference between us. I wouldn't say the smart one, but I am the
one.
the good grade one, the one that literally.
Okay, this is what happened. All right, this is what happened. All right, I set the bar at a regular place. You know, B's and C's, regular. All right. This one grabbed the bar and threw it out the window. All right, I'm just saying. He grabbed that. He threw it. He threw it as far as he could. Fwah. Huh? So Pierina had it easy. All she had to do was get 90s or up. Huh?
Easy, you know. I remember this one back there. He was not a school person, and he's still not. But you know, he's good in his own little areas. Like he's a little technology kid. He's a little car kid. But that said, I remember one time he would be so afraid of showing my mom his like report cards, progress reports, and he would get home and like forge her signature. And
it wasn't even that good forging either.
And it would be so funny because my mom would always be asking for them, and like, oh, he was one of those kids that would like turn a D to a B, like, you know, when you just like add the extra line. Yeah, but I remember those days. But then one time I did need a note forged, and I was like, David, I need you to forge this note. I don't know what it was for or what it was.
I don't remember.
And homie did. He was like, I had to beg for it, to be honest, just for him to get it signed. But yeah, so yeah, I've always been like the school person. I love school. I love learning. There's like, I don't think I'll ever get tired of learning, truly. And it's just because, I don't know, like, I feel like the more I learn, the more knowledge I gain, the more wisdom, the more everything, understanding of life, of people, of God, of truly anything. And then what else? So that's school. What about work life?
What you mean by work life?
Like, when did y'all start working? What was
Yo
your
desde que nací. Right? Yo nací, a mí me pusieron a trabajar desde que yo nací. Literalmente yo estaba con un grupo de 4 niños. Right? I was guiando. Right? Uno presionaba el gas, el otro presionaba el clutch and the brake, y el otro metía cambio.
Oh, he had a manual car when he was born, apparently.
I'm just saying, desde los 6 años uno tiene que trabajar, tiene que meterse a trabajar.
But you know that's hilarious because our mom always tells us, hey, there's nothing to do around the house. Get out and do some work. Do some yard work.
No, my mom would say,
Yes.
oh, tú estás aburrido, ponte a hacer oficio para que se te quite.
Well, go to work with Milton. Why you sitting around?
Pause.
What else? What was your first job? How you like it?
Oh, my first job actually at job was working with her dad.
Parents make you work.
We would go and work and stuff like that, right? And at the end of the day, I can say that I didn't receive any of the money, but it was helping for a good cause because they helped pay the bills. If I did need anything, I always had it. I can't say it was anything that I wanted personally, but I did have what I needed.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we didn't come from a wealthy family. We didn't come, we weren't even middle class growing up.
We also weren't poor.
Yeah, we also weren't poor.
I can't say we were poor.
We had food, we had clothes
We
on our
always
back.
had food. We always had a place to go.
Yeah.
We always had clothes. Even aunque sea ropa prestada, teníamos ropa.
Yeah, the hand down.
Yeah, we always
What?
had clothes.
We
Yeah.
always-
Me and my cousins, female cousins, yeah, like apparently there's pictures of my clothes, their clothes, like, and we're all wearing, like, interchanging them. And it's because at the end of the day, I feel like our cousin group is, there's also like, there's a like age range, but they're also, most of them are like around the same ages. So at the end of the day, I feel like we all grew up just in a different
time zone.
Yeah.
Oh, could you say time zone? That would be
No.
like
In a different period. In a different.
I don't want to say era
age.
because era makes him sound like alguna de esta gente son más viejo que el otro.
No, just in a different age. Like we all were able to grow up. Like I was able to see David get his first job. I was able to see David get all his jobs. I was able to see David.
But what's it called? My first job actually was at McDonald's. I was working at McDonald's for about, I want to say 4 or 5 years before I started working in construction and things like that. But McDonald's was fun. Shout out to McDonald's. You guys are trooper. And all the crazy stuff we used to do.
It's funny because nowadays, his kid, we go to like First Watch, which is a breakfast spot in Kennesaw, and we go to like other breakfast spots, and we're like, bro, imagine our breakfast spot was always McDonald's, like. And it's just crazy how like to see that.
And it wasn't even like McDonald's on every Saturday or anything like that. It was like, oh, vamos a hacerle un treat. Vamos a darle un treat. Or
celebrate.
Este fin de semana vamos a ir a McDonald's a comer. We were so happy.
Truly, those McGriddles, those pancakes, those hot cakes.
They were bomb.
Hash browns.
Pero ahora con mi hijo, lo llevamos a First Watch, vamos para all these restaurants and stuff like that. That shit comes out of my pocket. It's mad expensive. Mad expensive.
I was telling him, I was
and then you gotta give a tip on top of a tip, and we don't do that around here. All right, porque si yo dejo dinero en el coso and we're with my mom, swipe or no swiping.
Yeah, my mom's a little. No, that's how she used to be. She's not like that no more. You know.
No, she has changed.
Yes, she has. But that said, then we have David. What was your first job?
My first job, like officially, like in the warehouse, or can I say like my experiences, like working with Chris?
Yeah,
that is his first job.
That is the job.
He would pay you
because
by
like
commission.
the thing is, like for your first job, you actually got to pay for it. For me, it was basically paying under the table.
Yeah, but that's still
But it was a
paid.
good experience. It was a good experience. Don't get me wrong. It was a good experience. That's when I be more talkative. I learned because
what type of job was this? Is what you got to tell them.
Because I was doing being a car salesman.
Okay.
And that's where I pretty much got into more.
So he was getting paid by commission.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so much on the table. It was just they needed a body, and he was able body.
But he was actually, I felt like that was probably one of his top favorite jobs. Was it?
That's probably the people he was hanging out with.
What else? Okay, and then my first job was at this place called Buffalo's here in Cartersville, and I was a server, and I got it when I was 16. Oh, before serving actually, because I couldn't serve yet. I did eventually end up serving there, but I was a expediter. That was my first job.
Whoa, what does expediter mean?
And it's just literally someone who takes out the food, gets it ready for the tables, and takes it out. And to this day, they told me the other day that besides this other girl, and it's because much love to her, we were the best expediters there. So truly, that's the best compliment ever. That said, yeah, that was my first job.
So at the end of the day, you were a good waiter.
No, my first job was an expediter. Then eventually, once I turned 18, I could serve.
Okay, so were you a good waiter? Or
Yeah, I was a good server too. They want me back as a server. Yeah. But that's it for job wise. Let's talk about any punishments we ever got or something. Like, how severe
can we go with this? Because
not like, don't like draw the whole picture, but like you know?
Let's start with you. And let's go from mild to severe.
Okay,
Let's go with that.
so
Alright.
mild. I think so my mom did punish me, but I don't think she punished me. Well, no, it's not that I don't think. I know she didn't punish me the same way she punished my brothers. So yes, I got whippings, but it wasn't nothing too crazy. I would say severe is not, it wasn't even severe, it was just story time. One time my dad had told me, and this one right there, to stop arguing, because we used to argue over the littlest things, and it's because if you know him, ooh,
you know what we talking about.
you just want to sometimes
you
just
know,
want to tussle
and the struggle.
Tussle
The
with him.
struggle. The struggle is real. Because sometimes a él se le mete en la cabeza una cosa y no se le sale. Oh, like this week we told him to have a chest cleanse for what? It's been what? Like maybe a day? A full day just now? And it wasn't because we don't want him to play chess or nothing like that. It's just because we want him to be more involved with our conversations as regular people, and then have a conversation with you guys and stuff like that. Because I don't know if you guys noticed in last week's episode, este hijo de 30 no estaba poniendo atención.
Yeah,
Hasta que escuchó chess. Chess.
Okay, so much love for him though, always. But
Sure.
he is, sometimes he can be a little aggy. So growing up, it's always been like that actually. Like, so that said, me and him used to literally argue all the time. And even though I'm the youngest, I be having an old soul, a whole old age. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got back problems already. So, yeah, I think I'm in the body of like an 80-year-old or something.
She's
Like me and my
the oldest
grandma
one.
probably at the same.
Another
Age.
fun fact, she could literally be a vampire. We've tried so many different angles with this camera, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, pero ella sale shining bright in a bunch of angles.
It's also the sun peeps. It's also
There's
literally.
no sun out here today.
She don't like
There's no
onion,
sun out here.
garlic.
There's no sun.
She doesn't like onions, garlic. She sleeps during the day, wakes up at night. All right, so
You know? Fun facts, I guess. Okay, but that said, so my dad
she
literally
likes to make herself red juices.
so that said, back to my story.
Oh, promo for the juices thing too.
My dad told us, next time I see you guys arguing or fighting, I'm gonna hit you guys. And he had never hit me before, so I said, bro, he not gonna do it.
She said, "Try me, mother."
He not. I remember he gets home, I think, or he goes out, like he gets out of the room, I don't know, and me and David were arguing, right? Literally, he takes off his belt
Fágatela.
and he hits me in my leg, and I remember I cried so much, and it's because I had gotten used to my mom hitting me, but my dad hitting me was a whole nother story, like a whole nother level. I was shocked he actually did it, because what you mean you love me and you hit me? But like once I got older, I realized that he was just disciplining me, and I ain't gonna lie, that whooping ain't do nothing, because we continued arguing after that. But that said, yeah, that's probably the most severe for me. I truly don't have any bad ones.
Man, during that day, I remember. Don't you remember me taking off?
David was doing laps in the
my
backyard because he didn't want to get hit. He was
And
doing.
he still got me.
He got him,
You know
and
how
that's
your
the worst
parents
part.
get really serious when they fold the belt and trying to hit you like
Nah,
that?
forget that. The
Dude.
worst part is que a él le pegaron y estaba cansada at the same time.
Bro, that's
Right?
so-
That's the worst part. Tú sabes, una cosa que a ti te peguen, right? Otra cosa que te peguen and tired at the same time. Sorry.
I'm just saying.
Because at that
because
point,
there was one time that Milton was trying to hit me and he couldn't get me, so
Don't
he
name
let
drop.
go one part of the belt to make it extend more outward.
that was it.
And he just, Like a whip.
That was it, because you were running outside, so he couldn't catch you, bro.
Oh my god, that hurt.
Exactly, and that's why it hurt him harder, because it was literally like, what's it called? Science class, real quick. It's like all that motion, all that force, all that gravity or something. I don't know what it's called, actually, you know?
Also, Milton Strong, regardless of the fact, Milton Strong is out.
Yeah, but he couldn't catch him because this dude was doing he was a track star back there, trying not to get hit. Acting like, I don't know why he didn't think, oh, at one point I'm gonna need to stop running. I'm gonna need to stop running because I'm gonna get tired. And he's gonna catch me. So, and I remember after that, my dad literally cried and just,
Cause our stepdad is not the type to be here hitting anybody.
No.
If he does it, is because you A, deserved it, or B, deserved it, or C, you deserved it.
Yeah, he also doesn't like repeating himself. So the fact that we kept arguing and he told us not to, yeah, that's when we knew it was a wrap. That's truly when we knew it was a wrap. What else?
Are you done with your stories? Because I got a few.
We can talk about yours.
I got a few. No, a mí me agarraban, bro. Let's start. All right. A mí me agarraban por cualquier cosita. Oh, tú respiraste, ¡juá! Tú no respiraste, ¡juá! Te dieron, vamos a darte por si acaso, ¡juá! Por lo que hiciste, ¡juá! Por lo que hizo tu hermana, ¡juá! Por lo que hizo tu hermano, ¡juá! No. ¿Ah? Y lo peor era que a mí me daban, pa. Se cansaban, daban con la otra mano, pa. Se cansaban con esta mano, agarraban esta así y comenzaban, pa. So, fun fact. Trauma.
Yeah, one day we'll have a trauma.
What happened to like the worst hit?
The worst hit that ever happened to me. Go ahead, David.
Phone charger. Those thin, like Nokia phone charger. Yeah, about that
those thing.
I think also it's important to mention that yes, from time to time we got hit with the chancla, but other times
it was whatever was close by.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, whatever was close by. It could have been la plancha. It could have been like el sartén recién que estaban cocinando huevo y todo eso.
So dramatic.
It could have been. It could have been anything.
Then it could be
el mismo palo, el palo, el bate, la chancla, el bate, el palo.
Bro, they're about to call CPS on my mom. They're gonna knock on the door, ma'am.
Grown ass people. I'm just kidding.
Ma'am.
No. We would honestly. It was never like too crazy, but it would happen and stuff like that. And we were living in other times.
Also, yeah, whenever.
All right. Whenever it was okay for you to beat your children, because apparently nowadays it's not okay to beat your children. Pero sometimes you just gotta beat them and not tell anybody. Pause.
How did you guys ask for permission to attend stuff?
Okay, so vamos a comenzar conmigo. All right. Anytime I would ask for permission, I would get the good answer of hell no. O como se dice en español, que no. All right. Hey, can I go outside? Que no. Can I go do this? Que no. So what I would end up doing is como se dice, jump out the window. And I used to have this old car, right? So I would turn the ignition. I wouldn't turn the car on. I would turn the ignition. I would put that mother in neutral, let the car roll back. And you know, the steering wheel is stiff, so you gotta turn it, right? As soon as you turn it, you gotta turn it the other way, rapidito, right? And then you let it roll down all the way to the stop sign. Because as soon as you start that car, right, that thing went.
And Milton can hear.
And
he got good hearing.
Some people got good ass hearings at the house. All right, so I would have to be at the little corner, and that's when I turn the car on. And a las millas, vámonos, que ya no fuimos. All right, so the cool part is that I did have my brothers. My brother did have my back, right, and so did my little sister. Whenever she found out, I actually would stink out, and Oh, ¿qué está haciendo Daniel? Durmiendo. And this happened for a few years actually. But it was fun. How was your experience?
Man, sometimes I sneak, sometimes I don't. I prefer staying at home. But I did the same. Sneaking out the window just to make sure. And the same thing.
And it's
because I learned that from you. And we just learned things from you, and we started sneaking out like.
Yeah, the worst part is when the time I got caught. That was the worst part, because the only reason I got caught is because I ended up with a flat tire, and I made it home eventually, right? In the night, I made it home like at 4 o'clock in the morning. My mom was waking up to go to church, and ella sale para afuera y se da cuenta que no hay. The time I got caught sneaking out was because I had a flat tire. All right, I had ended up going to this other thing. It was here. Luckily, it was here. All right, so I ended up going to this bar, right? And we were there and all that stuff. When I come back out, flat tire. I couldn't get one of the bolts off. All right, I called the tow company. Apparently, they couldn't either. This and that. And at a certain point, I was just like, screw this, let's go drop everybody off, and I'll deal with it in the morning. So I got home like at 4 o'clock in the morning. My mom wakes up at 6. She wakes up like at 5. She gets ready to go to church and all that stuff. She goes outside and she sees no carro. Alright, I was out. All I heard is, "Ya el carro!" And I was like, I woke up. I was like, dang. Alright, so, cutting story short, my stepdad actually, after the fact that he was upset and all that stuff, we ended up going to AutoZone. We got the pieces that we needed. We were able to take that lug nut off. Alright, and we fixed the car. And we drove it home, and I had to put full tank of gas, because that's the other thing. I was using the car, didn't put gas, and then my mom was like, and I was like, I don't know. So, fun fact.
David, any more stories? Yours?
No, but you just made me realize all this time. My mom was tripping about what's up with this gas? What's up with this
gasolina que se va.
You're like, you know what? He's like,
I remember.
And you over here like,
are you ready for my stories?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so Purina, I think I snuck out a couple times. Literally junior and senior year. And it was crazy. Okay, so also we did grow up in a religious household. So asking my mom to go places Friday night,
it was a no.
It was a no.
It was a no.
I went to one senior football game in high school, and it was senior night, and I literally had to like, Mom, please let me go. Like,
and
Mom.
It wasn't that we weren't invited to things. We were invited to a bunch of things.
Yes.
All right. Because David used to look like Justin Bieber. Purina was cool with everybody, and then I was super friendly, so we were always invited to things.
But we already knew not to ask, you know, because it's like, ya sé que me va a decir no. Like, why am I gonna even try?
No, pero esa noche todo el mundo se dormía temprano.
So I remember one night we had to go. I think we had to go to a graduation party, and me and my a close friend who's not a friend anymore, but it was the seniors graduation party, and we were juniors, I think, and we were going to a graduation party, and it's because most of our friends were seniors, so that's why we were going. And that said, she told her parents that she was staying over at my house, So we didn't stay over at my house, but we were at my house for a bit. And then we let everybody go to sleep. And then my window was my best friend. And by then I had my car already. And my car was a new car, so it didn't make too much noise like his. So I literally, the only thing I had to do whenever I snuck out was...
Remember how she said she was a princess, daddy's little princess? All right, she got a brand new car. We got a 94 Lumina.
Okay,
And he got las dos patitas.
I also didn't get a quinceañera, so that's what I
wanted.
wanted.
Yeah, because that covers it. I didn't get a quinceañera neither.
You should go get one.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, we had a 15. Oh no, we didn't have a. That said, I ended up literally we snuck out of the window, and then I didn't turn on the car lights until the end of the stop sign, and that's when I turned on the car lights. And then from there, we just made sure we were back before our parents woke up. But I do remember one time we did have a sleepover, and it was a bunch of girls that stayed over, and they were also going out, and it was all in this little friend group that's still like the graduation people. Like, it was literally just the big friend group, and they were sneaking out. And I remember what's the thing called, they were sneaking out, and it's because I didn't want to go because I was scared that my mom was gonna wake up in the middle of the night and realize that 5 people were missing. So I told my friends, I was like, y'all can go, and I'm just gonna stay behind. And it's just because I gotta make sure someone's at least here whenever my parents wake up. So I remember they snuck out of my window, and I was worried. Like, literally, I barely got sleep that night because I kept like waiting for them to come back. Some of them came back. One of them didn't come back, and that was a whole mess with her mom. But I had literally just met that girl. She didn't come back, and the worst part is that her mom was coming to pick her up the next morning. So her mom came up to the door knocking for her. This girl had not come back. I did not know where she was at. I don't even know her like that to be like, know who she hangs out with, because she went to a whole different school than we did. So they were like, my mom would open the door and her mom's like, where's my daughter at? And we literally did not know what to tell her. And then eventually, I think my dad knew, but he didn't want to accept the fact. But it's because we had a little garden in front of my window, and I remember him one time being like, bro, so there's footsteps in my garden. And I was like, dang, Dad, that's crazy. I said, Dad, the rabbits be out, you know.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying, whenever anything happens, we make these remarks. I'm gonna be honest with you, and they don't catch on to any other remarks that we make.
I'm pretty sure Milton.
They don't catch on. Like, they don't catch on. I'm telling you right now, they don't catch on to any other remark.
Nah.
They might let it click like 5 days later, right? Whenever they're thinking about it, like, oh, espérate, déjame pensar esto bien.
What you mean the rabbit?
Huh? Right? Pero en el momento, oh no, mira lo que pasó fue que, yeah, they don't be catching on. And it's not that we're calling them stupid or anything like that, because they're really not. No. It's just like they're so busy with other stuff in their life, and that's understandable. That this seems like, I think what they think, okay, pero tú estás bien, nada te está pasando, esto, tú estás en casa ahorita. En este momento, you're fine. Yeah. So let's not worry about that right now. I'll leave it in the back burner.
Yeah, so that said, I eventually told them after, like, I probably told them like 3 years ago or something, but that's pretty much it.
What about the stories I heard from you?
Oh, I used to okay, so
the stories I've heard, right, that que me han venido a decirme a mí, right?
People know,
right? Because people be thinking que a mí me interesa algunas cosas, right? So people come and they tell me, and they're like, oh, such and such did such and such, and I'm just like, okay.
I don't think I have any crazy stories besides my friend group and we started drinking. Literally, we started drinking in 8th grade. Literally, I remember it's bad. I remember one time we tried to make lean, and we involved David, but he didn't know what he was doing. No, he didn't
Trying to
know.
make lean with them?
No, listen to how we were using David. So literally,
David's still lost.
What?
we went to Walmart one time, and it's because my friend group, like truly, because what did I know about? No, these girls said we can make it. I said okay. I remember we went to Walmart. David took us to Walmart, and it was literally our carpet shop. Our shopping cart was so
Disorganized.
no, was so like if you would have seen what we bought, you would have known what we were doing, like trying to do. So we had bought in Jolly Ranchers, Sprite, and then we had asked David, and it's because we knew you had to have an ID for cough syrup, but that's before we knew what type of cough syrup you needed. So like now Broadway be like his lean. Broadway has the lyric that says his lean was 3,000 a pint or something like that. So imagine we just literally trying to make this with like cough syrup. So delusional. But yeah, those are pretty much there's literally nothing else I be doing. And I did all that when I was younger. That's why I say like I started young. So like once I got to like 21, I didn't care about it like that no more.
That's pretty much our crazy experiences in life and stuff like that. We really don't have too much going on. We kind of do, but those are stories for other days. And honestly, in the comments, you guys can always like let us know what you guys want to hear, or decirnos o hacernos cualquier pregunta. We will try to answer all the questions as truthfully as we can. We also don't want to involve people, and we don't want to incriminate ourselves, because there's a lot of incriminating stuff that David has done that
What?
that si se enteran por ahí, we might get in trouble. So but yeah, like, share, subscribe, follow us on our Instagrams. All this stuff is gonna be at the end of the podcast, and that's it. We pause. Story time. I got a good story. So one time David did not graduate. All right. So on the second time that he was trying to graduate, right, he goes and he tells me the worst one to tell. Right, he goes and he's like, hey bro, can you go, he texts me, he goes, hey bro, can you go pick up my diploma from school? They told me it was gonna be ready. And I was like, all right bro, I'll go pick it up. So I go to the school, I grab his diploma. While I'm grabbing his diploma, se me viene a la mente, boom, how can I mess with David today? All right, so I was like, oh yay, prank time. So I text him back and I'm like, bro, I'm here at the school. They're telling me that they don't have your diploma because you didn't get all your credits, and or your grades weren't high enough. Boom, send it to him. Tell David, I text David back telling him that he didn't get his diploma and stuff like that, and he's telling me, no bro, go check, go ask, go tell him, and or I'm gonna text my teacher and I'm gonna ask them. And then I was dying because I was like, nah, bro, you gotta go find out what's going on. I think I did my part. I got some stuff to do. I got some stuff I need to go take care of. So I finished that conversation at that point. At that point, David was upset and this and that. A few hours passed. I was like, oh shit, let me tell David it was just a joke. So I text David, it was just a joke. And David was like, why would you play with me like that? This man had texted his teacher, why did I not graduate if you told me I was gonna graduate?
I do had it's kind of embarrassing to me, but it probably wouldn't be like once I say it to other people. But okay, so in middle school, since I grew up being the only girl, I grew up with these being little, like these boys doing sports, these boys like being outside all the time with my dad. And take it please. Back in middle school, I wanted to do soccer, and it's because my dad played soccer my brothers played soccer, and since I grew up with them,
I was always a big guy, but I was moving.
Like, I was such like a little Tom girl at the end of the day. Like, my dad was outside, I wanted to be outside. However, my mom wouldn't let me be outside all the time. And it's because she would say, "You're a girl."
You also had asthma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about it. That's why I brought this
That's one
story up.
thing.
This is the whole point. That said, I literally tell my parents I want to try out for soccer because school tryouts are coming out. And my dad literally, since I'm a daddy's little girl reminder, he takes me to, I think it was either Hibbett's, or if it wasn't Hibbett's, it was like a store like Hibbett's. And he literally gets me soccer shoes, a soccer bag, a soccer ball, soccer shots, everything you need for soccer.
I didn't get this type of support. When I was trying to, doing
So I was
trial.
dumb geeked. I was like, okay, my dad's like happy I'm trying to like,
So was the prince.
I'm trying out and stuff, you know. That said,
Cuéntalo.
I had asthma really bad, like truly bad. It was so severe. I grew up being a little sick child at the end of the day. So, and it wasn't like sick, but like my asthma was literally killer. I remember I go out to try out and I have my inhaler. I take some little puffs in because I know I can't even run. And I'm also at that, according to the BMI, I'm obese. I'm overweight. So according to the BMI, I'm not doing so good for health wise. I have asthma, allergies, everything. Never ran a mile in my life.
I ran a mile.
Okay, but it's because you played sports, you know? He used to do football for a day.
I did football for a day, but I did play soccer.
But he did do, yeah. That's why, you see, I'm telling you guys, like, everybody played soccer. So that said, I remember going to tryouts, and my friends were doing tryouts too, so I was more excited, you know? I literally remember they made us start running. That was like the warm-up. Run a mile or something. And I remember I couldn't keep up with them. I was dying. I was huffing and puffing like the big red wolf. I was dying. I remember they were like, okay, this is just a warm-up. I said, this is just a warm-up. I said, I can't do no more. I was like, I told the coach, can I go use the restroom? I literally, as soon as I made it back to the locker room, I called my mom. I said, Mom, I can't do this. I can't breathe. I can't do tryouts. I'm sorry. And I remember crying so badly because I wanted to play soccer so much, but I couldn't. And then my cousin ended up going to pick me up, and I remember just crying at her because I was like, bro, I just wanted to play soccer. Like, but my asthma was so bad. So that's one of my embarrassing middle school stories.
I got a quick story because I know somebody eventually is gonna say this story. All right, so let's just rip the Band-Aid off. All right, so one time, my mom gave me some money back in Jersey to go buy a costume.
Oh my god!
All right, but my young self thought it was a better idea for me to go eat with the person I was with. It just happens to be one of my uncles. All right, so we eat. Boom, food was bomb. All right, and then I get home with no costume. So I was like, wow, I need a costume, and I don't have money, right? I need the costume. I gotta make this shit work. So what my bright idea was to just grab a bag, right, and poke 2 holes in it. A black bag, by the way, one of those construction bags. Make 2 holes. Tape a bunch of numbers in the front of it. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, mira, I'm a cell phone. A touchscreen by that too.
You see, he was more involved in Apple by that point.
So, you want me to give
and I'll enter a picture of that Halloween
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we should.
right now.
When I was young, and I used to watch a lot of Superman, and then when I was little, I couldn't pronounce the Superman correctly, so I used to say Fufuman. And Yeah, that was very embarrassing because everybody in my family won't let it go.
No, the people won't let go of the second part. Alright, it wasn't so much of him not being able to pronounce it. It was the worst part is that he would grab and tie a blanket around his neck, right, and be like "Fuferman" and throw himself off the couch with his arm sticking out, and just land and hit the floor.
We actually have to go to Tractor Supply, remember?
And land and hit the floor. That's what we won't let you live at.
Okay, I thought I could fly. Okay.
Fuferman. Pause. It was a good break and stuff like that, and we are introducing another person into the podcast that she just wanted to give her 2 cents into a little bit of everything. Mom, hable.
Ya,
¿Cómo se llama?
Lorenita.
Lorenita. ¿Y apodos?
No tengo apodo.
Oh,
Lola me dice.
comment apodos.
Ahora que estamos aquí, ¿usted me puede decir quién es mi papá, de verdad?
Jesus. Y para eso fue que se trajo, para hacerle la pregunta al millón. No, pero en serio, un poquito de usted.
¿De mí qué?
De su persona.
Yo soy guapa, bella y hermosa. Yo valgo mucho, soy hija de Dios, de real sacerdocio, nación santa, linaje escogido, y ustedes mis descendientes también.
Ok. ¿Eso es todo lo que necesitaba decir? Okay.
Algo más
la
que
pregunta del millón. Ya.
Diga.
Para ya, rip the bandit off. ¿Cuál es el preferido?
Yo no tengo preferido, los tres son mis preferidos. Mi preferido eres vos.
No. Pero como terminamos el The Last Podcast, como dicen la gente, no es que los padres tienen el preferido, es que cuidan al más pendejo.
No sé.
Bye.